So the poem tonight is a collision of two things. First, I asked the children of the Sunday school what they were curious about. Second, I've been wondering for a long time what it means for all of us who as children were able to model the entire solar system with a bunch of styrofoam balls and some wire. The universe I grew up in was reliably finite, and now we know it's not. And we have photographs that let us see the birth of stars, but we hardly mention this Copernican shift at all in conversation, and I'm pretty curious about that. So here we go. 1. The children of the Sunday school have some questions. And where is heaven? I wonder where we are all going to be with over 100 million stars visible. In the constellation Ophiuchus, there is water. There could be life. Jump out of the Andromeda galaxy and into a new arc. Is he human? God is probably not. Is God the baby Jesus? Some stories are like that. Maybe it's like a different cluster of stars within a galaxy. Look, 2 clumps of stars are out of frame. Now for the first one. How can it be Jesus? Where do you think about God? Where? Not so far from the portal, I have miles of heaven, and I wonder if God has 1,050,000 eyes. What's interesting is that magnified objects can look warped and even appear multiple times around the image at this scale. Are you curious about that? I'm curious to know the story of God in our own galaxy, to be in that arc and then jump out of frame. Good people come out of the sea. Researchers suspect the frozen water and are wondering, what is that? It is a planetary nebula, NGC 6369, called the Soul. I don't think you'd like to know the story of God in our lifetime. We don't look. According to the Orion Nebula, in our lifetime, we don't see. You gotta let people do the work. I'm curious about angels, terrifying and coming from a different universe. I see them oscillating and cool, come to deliver a proposition you don't want, trust me. Or open to angels, your choice. What are you curious about? What does he look like? This, my friends, is just one person on earth, and he is kind and a miracle. That is how you make a rainbow. You could have made anything. Why did you choose a rainbow? You could have chosen to make anything. You could have chosen something else, like a star. The star-forming regions are where we are being born. I wonder what it felt like to be in the sky. How do we know if heaven's not real? We don't know yet, but Webb shows there are 2. Heaven is where you think about God, very up in the sky, very up. I'm curious about time because God is with all of our lifetimes, and even then, heaven is time and the opposite of time, and so are you. I'm curious to be in that ark, and then about the Bible. Who invented the stories? Who made, invented, guided? Who made and who invented the stories? Do you believe them? Why not? When everything is spectacularly unfathomable. I stare at a star that died before we were born, before language was born, and all the creatures of the fire. See, it's right here in this picture, sent from a spacecraft.